So let's dive deep into the whole Jaren Jackson Jr. situation, because it's starting to look like a real possibility that he could end up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, with Jaren no longer qualifying for that Supermax contract, it opens the door for the Lakers to make a serious move here. Honestly, it was just a matter of time before rumors started flying, and sure enough, some reports have begun to trickle out, suggesting that the Lakers might pursue him aggressively. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Jaren is entering a contract year, which means there's added urgency from both sides. Him to secure his next deal, and the Lakers to strengthen their roster with a defensive powerhouse who fits what they desperately need. Imagine this. If I were in the Lakers front office, I'd definitely be putting out feelers right now. I'm not saying tampering or anything. We all know how that goes in the NBA, but just some casual calls to gauge interest, see where Jaren stands, maybe even have a conversation between LeBron or Luka Doncic and Jaren just to plant the seed. You don't have to openly declare anything. Sometimes just a friendly chat can make all the difference in a potential trade or signing down the line. What's really interesting is how Jaren Jackson Jr. fits the Lakers' needs almost perfectly. He's a rare blend of defensive excellence and offensive versatility, the kind of player that can be the closest comparison to Anthony Davis in terms of impact on a defensive end. Even though he missed out on the Supermax because his offense isn't elite enough yet, don't sleep on the fact that he won the Defensive Player of the Year award at the center position. That's huge. It shows he can anchor a defense and protect the rim in ways the Lakers have been searching for. There's also this misconception floating around that Jaren isn't a center or that he's purely a power forward. But the reality is he's played center plenty of times and done so effectively. The Memphis Grizzlies drafted a true center, but that doesn't mean Jaren can't slide over to the 4 spot. He actually prefers it, and that kind of flexibility is exactly what the Lakers need. Look at Anthony Davis's career. He never outright refused to play center. He just didn't want to be there all the time. All 48 minutes. He was fine playing center in Dallas, just preferred to spend the majority of his time as power forward. Jaren could fill a similar role perfectly, starting at center next to LeBron and then shifting to the 4 when needed. If the Lakers manage to get a guy like Clint Capella or someone else to play the 5 alongside Jaren, you suddenly have this incredibly versatile front court. LeBron can slide into the lineup more comfortably, knowing there's a defensive anchor behind him. You can get creative with minutes and rotations, and that's how you build a championship caliber roster. The key point here, though, is that Jaren has to want to come to the Lakers. The only way this trade or acquisition happens is if Jaren does what Anthony Davis did. Make it crystal clear that LA is the only destination he's interested in. Anthony Davis forced the issue, telling the Pelicans he was only going to the Lakers, and that's what made the trade possible. If Jaren does the same, the Lakers should jump at the opportunity immediately. There's always the argument of just waiting for Jaren to become a free agent and then signing him outright, but that's a risky game. Why punt a whole season when you could trade for him right now and start building a contender immediately? The Lakers can't afford to sit on their hands. What if Jaren gets injured or something else happens that changes the landscape? By acquiring him now, they secure his bird rights, meaning they can re-sign him more easily and have greater control over the roster building process. If the Lakers wait, they'll have to scramble to sign a free agent center on a short-term deal, hoping to keep some cap space open for Jaren later. That's a tough way to build a winning team. They need to strike while the iron is hot and create a core that includes LeBron, Luka, and Jaren Jackson Jr. That trio alone makes you an instant contender. Jaren would bring the lob threat, defensive presence, rim protection, and the ability to switch onto guards in pick-and-roll situations. He's a modern big man who can stretch the floor and guard multiple positions. What makes this deal even more appealing is the financial side. Because Jaren no longer qualifies for a Supermax, his contract won't break the bank like some of the other elite players. This means the Lakers can afford to pair him with LeBron and Luka without completely sacrificing flexibility. Together, those two already make up a big chunk of the payroll, so having Jaren come in on a manageable deal lets the Lakers add depth around him without overcommitting. Picture the Lakers core with LeBron, Luka, and Jaren locked in. That's an excellent foundation. From there, they can add a legitimate 3-and-D wing, like Dorian Finney-Smith or someone similar to round out the lineup. If LeBron is willing to take a discount or restructure his deal to free up more cap space, the Lakers could bring in multiple complementary pieces and really fast-track their title hopes. You start thinking about players like Bruce Brown or Nickeil Alexander-Walker as potential additions, solid, versatile defenders who can also hit the open shot. That kind of roster construction makes the Lakers not just a playoff team, but a serious championship contender. From a trade perspective, the Lakers don't necessarily have to give up the farm for Jaren either. A package including Austin Reeves, Maxi Kleber, a first-round pick, and a pick swap might be enough to bring him in. Even adding someone like Shake Milton, who's on a non-guaranteed contract, could sweeten the deal. It's all about creative asset management and convincing the Grizzlies that this trade works for them too. The other side of the coin is the strategy Jaren and his camp might have. They could say, let's just wait and become a free agent. But the Lakers have a strong counter-argument. With nearly $100 million coming off the books next season, they will have the cap space to sign Jaren outright and still keep LeBron and Luka. So the Lakers can call Jaren's bluff and say, we can get you now or wait until next year, but if you want to be in LA, now's the time. If Jaren really wants to be in LA, this scenario works perfectly for him too. Immediate contender status, playing alongside two superstars and living in one of the best basketball cities in the world. On paper, trading for Jaren Jackson Jr. is cheaper than trading for someone like Nick Claxton, which makes this even more feasible. The Lakers could move Austin Reeves, Maxi Kleber, and possibly Gabe Vincent or Dalton Connect to make the numbers work. Then they still have assets left to add another player or two to complete the roster. The flexibility here is crucial because it gives the Lakers options. If the trade goes through, the biggest question might be how LeBron responds. Would he take a salary reduction to help facilitate the move? It's hard to say, but the idea of adding Jaren Jackson Jr. to this team could be enough incentive for LeBron to consider it. After all, he's chasing rings, and this move instantly improves their championship odds. Even if LeBron doesn't take a massive pay cut, just a modest adjustment could free up enough space for the Lakers to use their full mid-level exception. On key role players, it's worth noting that the Lakers currently only have about 16 to 17 million in free cap space. So LeBron's discount won't change things drastically, but every bit helps. The salary cap projections are still a bit up in the air. They could go up by as much as 14 million or settle around 10 to 17 million. Once the exact figures are confirmed, the Lakers will have a clearer picture of how much flexibility they have and what kind of contract they can offer Jaren. With all this in mind, the Lakers have a real chance to turn things around quickly. Signing or trading for Jaren Jackson Jr. alongside LeBron and Luka Doncic creates a core that can contend not just for one season, but for years to come. This isn't a short window or a one-off chance. This is a foundation to build a dynasty on. The defensive prowess Jaren brings, combined with the playmaking of Luka and the experience of LeBron, makes the Lakers a threat to win the championship right now. For Jaren, this would be an ideal landing spot. He wouldn't have to carry the offensive load every night or be the primary scorer. Instead, he'd get to focus on what he does best: defending, protecting the rim, and finishing lobs, all while playing alongside two superstars who can create for him. That's the kind of situation players dream about, especially at this stage of their careers. So, if I were Jaren Jackson Jr., I'd be shouting from the rooftops that I want to be a Laker. Being in Los Angeles playing with Luka and LeBron and having a legitimate shot at a championship every year. It's a no-brainer. It's the perfect fit for his skill set and his career trajectory. Plus, he'd be the face of the franchise for the next decade once LeBron eventually retires or steps away. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on! In what could be one of the most shocking moves in recent NBA history, rumors are swirling that Los Angeles Clippers star Kawhi Leonard has reportedly accepted an offer from the Lakers. While no official confirmation has been made, multiple sources, Our close to the situation suggests that the two-time NBA Finals MVP is seriously considering trading his Clippers jersey for the purple and gold. The speculation gained traction earlier this week after reports emerged that the Lakers made a strong push for Leonard, offering a lucrative multi-year contract along with the chance to team up with superstars LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Insiders claim that Leonard, known for his quiet demeanor and meticulous decision-making, has been intrigued by the opportunity to play for one of the NBA's most storied franchises and to compete for another championship. Though neither Leonard nor his representatives have commented publicly, the buzz around the league has been impossible to ignore. Some analysts believe that Leonard's injury struggles over the past few seasons, combined with the Clippers' inconsistent playoff performances, may have influenced his decision to consider a fresh start across the hall at Crypto.com Arena. The idea of forming a new Big Three with LeBron and AD could be too enticing for Leonard to pass up, especially with the Lakers desperate to return to title contention. On the Clippers side, the potential loss of their franchise cornerstone would mark a devastating blow, ending an era that began with so much promise when Leonard and Paul George teamed up in 2019. For the Lakers, however, this rumored acquisition could shift the balance of power in the Western Conference and ignite one of the most anticipated seasons in recent memory. As with all rumors, fans should take this news with a grain of salt until official announcements are made. But if the whispers prove true, Los Angeles could soon witness one of the most dramatic crosstown moves the NBA has ever seen. Stay tuned. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.